Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to work on a card, and we're going to work on using with some circle elements. Now you can use circle elements in many different ways, but today we're going to use them as a background on a card. We're going to use the Spotlight on Nature dies, and these are the circle dies. And a die is simply a metal that has a design, and you're going to use it on a die machine. So here we go. I'm using these. But in the Spotlight on Nature, you get two sets. So I'm using this set. I went ahead and cut it out, and I used a gray and a white. So I'm going to work on the white piece right now. And I am going to use basic gray. For some reason, I'm still on a basic gray kick. I don't know if y'all do that sometimes. And I am going to take my, in the Spotlight of Nature, they have that little right there. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to kind of make me a little background on my white. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. There you go. I think that's enough. I'm going to move that to the side. And then as far as my sentiment, I think I'm going to use, you make life better. With you make life better. I am going to get my block ready. I want to use a black. No, I'll use basic. No, I'm going to use black. I want to use black ink. So I'm going to go ahead and do my black ink. You make life better. There you go. Right up there on my background. Now you don't have to use a permanent ink. I just had the black sitting there, so I went ahead and used it. Then I am going to take my white circle and put it on my black circle. And I think I'm going to offset it a little bit, about right there. Now I will be using a black background, so if you can see that. And here we go. Go ahead and put my adhesive. And I think I want to place it about right there. Now with this card, I've decided that I'm going to put the picture is going, the element that I'm going to put on it as accent is going to be the magnolia from Magnolia Mood. And I had talked about this before, this stamp set. I am a magnolia kind of girl. So I am going to take my markers. You may have seen me use them before. I'm going to take pumpkin pie, the light pumpkin pie, and I'm going to do the center of my magnolia. I went ahead and I pre-stamped the magnolia, and I used a permanent ink because I'm going to use my markers. So I used a permanent ink. Remember, you got to do that. And I'm going to take the lightest of my petal pink, and I'm going to take and do just a little bit of my flower. I'm not going to take and do the entire flower. I just want to highlight it a little bit and go in and just put the color where I like. I used the light petal pink. I used the Seafoam light marker for the flowers, and with the magic of the markers, you don't have to sit here and watch me color because I finished one already. There you go. So I used the Mossy Meadows marker. I used the light Seafoam, and I used the light petal pink. And as you can tell, I did not color the entire flower. I just did a little pop of color. Speaking of pop, I am going to use some dimensionals on the back of my flower. Do y'all use pop-up dots very often? I do. Pop-up dots, dimensionals, 3D. You know, I don't know what name you like to call it. So what I did is I have my item ready, and I'm gonna place it about right there. I like that. I like that right there. Now, right there, it could be finished, but I just want to go a little extra. I don't know about you, but when I pick up small items, I like to use tweezers. I always have. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of silver on my project here. I think I'm going to take this silver little piece, and I want to put it, I think I'm going to put it about right there. No, I think okay, let me go ahead. It's giving me fits. So let me go ahead and put my glue on the back and place it where I want. I don't know about you, but I use different types of adhesives. I just used some pop-up, some dimensionals. I used a little bit of adhesive on the back of my card. And now I'm using some liquid. It just depends on what you're working on. And I think I'm gonna just put that little element about right there. I kind of like that. And it goes on white, dries clear. Can you see that pretty good? So that's there. Then I think with the Magnolia Mood, it came with a lot of different shapes. So I think I'm gonna take some leaves. Now I think I'm gonna use some green leaves. I went ahead and pre-cut some green leaves. Say that fast 3 times. Green leaves, green leaves, green leaves. You gotta really. And then right here, can you see me? Am I off camera? Let me show you what I'm doing. Right here. I got a little too much. And I'm gonna take and turn my card. And I'm gonna put green there. A little pop of green right here. I kind of like how that looks on that black. And I think, do I need something else? What do y'all think? Maybe a little bit of silver on this side. Yeah, let me put a little bit of glue. Usually I have some music going on today for some reason. I forgot the music, so you got just me. All right, but like I said, I use different types. I've used pop-up dots. I use liquid glue. When I leave, I usually have my hands covered with ink or glue. So there. That is my card. I used the alcohol markers with permanent ink. This is some silver paper. So I took the Magnolia Mood and the dies, and I just cut out some various pieces. And you can see them right here. I used for that. See, I cut it out in silver. I cut it out in green. I actually have it cut out in white. I took this little die and I used some silver pieces and also have it in white. How do you keep up with that? Well, the way I keep up with it and the way you keep up with it is probably 2 different ways. I'm absolutely sure of it. I use those school boxes that you get from Right Now. You can get a lot of them because it's back to school. And I just kind of cut out my dies for a project and I put them all into one. You want to see my little mess? It's a whole bunch. This is another die. Can you see that? Look how pretty. It's going to make a pretty card. I just keep all my elements in here, and as I need them, I pull them out. Like I've already pre-colored this for a little project I'm working on. You'll probably see it later too. So anyway, get back to back on track, Connie. So my project is finished, so I'm going to take my adhesive and do my card front. This is my white base. I was told that a lot of people aren't using white bases anymore, and I'm like, well, I kind of like the white base. I really think it looks good with my white and my magnolia. I am a magnolia kind of girl. So on the inside, I did not line it, and I did not line it on purpose because I wanted to use one of my images that I'd already colored with my markers. So I put that there. So that's the front. Now this is another one that I had made, Just a Note. And that Just a Note is from one that I had featured before. I think it's on the Spotlight of Nature. Nope, Simply Said. Simply Said. So I used Just a Note. This is from Magnolia Mood. And on this one, Magnolia Mood, the dies are Spotlight on Nature. And then You Make Life Better. That is with the Magnolia. Is that right? Yep, the Magnolia. No, it ain't. It's, oh, from Thoughtful Wishes. Duh, I had the wrong one. It's Thoughtful Wishes. So anyway, that is my card. Also, some people are going ahead and doing their envelopes. So I wanted to do an envelope real quick for y'all. And I'm going to take the small magnolia that I have on the inside of the card. And I am just simply going to take black. It don't have to be the permanent, but just black. And I'm going to stamp it about right there. And my card will match, my envelope will match my card. It's not a requirement. You're going to do it however you do it. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.